Hey guys, welcome back to Hope, Heal, and Shine. This is week 3, and we are going to be talking about healing. So we're just going to hit it hard with a topic that is a really sensitive topic, really hard to understand, can be extremely triggering, and yet is one of the most important things to talk about. So we're just going to go big and talk today about forgiveness. Now, when it comes to forgiving an abusive person, there's a few things that are absolutely crucial for you to know. Point number 1, you do not have to stay friends with this person. Point number 2, saying you forgive someone is not the same as saying that what they did was okay. And point number 3, if you do not understand the first 2 points, or if the thought of forgiveness brings you more pain or puts you in danger in any way, do not forgive right now. You are allowed to set this aside until later in your healing journey. There is no shame, there is no sin in setting this step aside for the moment. Your safety is the most important thing. So please do not feel shame if you do not understand forgiveness or if it's something you just can't do right now. That's okay. And in the next few minutes, I'm going to talk about both why that's okay and why it's important to someday return back to this step when you are ready. So going off of point number 1, you do not have to stay friends with a toxic person. In fact, in most situations, I would say it's probably better to not stay in contact with that person. Get that person out of your life. You don't need them. For the most part, that is what I would think is general rule with somebody who has raped you or sexually abused you or abused you in any way. Really, you don't need that in your life, especially if they cannot recognize it and apologize, which I would think most people don't. But again, I'm just speaking from my own situation. When someone repeatedly treats you poorly and doesn't care to change their behavior, they're not worth having around. Now, there might be some rare situations where it is a family member and you feel like that person is trying to change. They really feel the weight of the thing they have done, and you feel like you can handle being in that relationship with them changing as long as there's boundaries. I honestly feel like that's the exception and not the rule, but that is up to each individual person. I can only speak to, again, what I know. And what I know is that I had to 100% cut this person out of my life because when it was a gray zone, it was too easy for me to think, oh, he's a good guy. We could be friends. We could be friends, especially because all of my friends at the time were trying to get us to be friends again. Over a year of being with this person had taught me it was not safe to be friends with this person. And yet, because I didn't understand forgiveness, I almost put myself back into a situation that would have turned abusive again because I was trying to be forgiving without first understanding healthy boundaries. Now, going off of point number 2, saying you forgive them is not the same as saying it's okay that they did it. When you're a kid and your buddy hits you or pushes you or your friend steals your toy, your parents come, they make you both say sorry, and then to accept the apology, you're supposed to say it's okay, and then you make up and you be friends and you keep playing. And you know what, maybe that sometimes works for 3-year-olds. I've really tried with my children to not use the phrase, it's okay, when someone hits you or does something wrong, because it's not okay. It's not okay, even if it's a 3-year-old, for them to punch you in the face. It's not okay. I forgive you means something different than it's okay. So that is a phrase we don't say in our family. And that might sound extreme to some people, but I really think that that is an important distinction to make. Because for me, I did not understand that distinction as an adult. I did not understand that I could forgive somebody and that didn't have to mean the thing you did to me was okay. Or that it's okay for us to continue in this friendship. Coming to point number 3, I had such struggles with the concept of forgiveness for a lot of years because I needed to not feel shame over this thing that I didn't know how to do. I didn't know how to forgive and also keep myself safe. Because in the relationship with my abuser, I constantly did what I thought was forgiving, which meant, oh, you cheated on me? I guess we'll stay together. I forgive you. I didn't know that his behavior was necessarily abusive, but I knew I didn't like it. And yet I continued to stay because I thought that was the forgiving thing to do. I didn't think I was worth enough to hold him accountable for his actions. And that's not the same as forgiving someone or letting it go. No, that was about me being broken. That wasn't about understanding this principle of forgiveness, because I didn't. Honestly, if the idea of forgiving someone is too painful right now, set it aside. Please don't take this video to mean shaming you for not being able to do this thing right now or not even wanting to. That's okay right now, all right? Sometimes the reason we can't let go of something is because we need to fix something in ourselves first. And sometimes it's because we're still processing what happened. If the idea is still too painful and you still haven't grasped the concept of having boundaries with this person, please set it aside, because God does not want you to put yourself back in a situation that is dangerous or harmful to you just so that you can try to fulfill this thing, because you need to understand it before you can do it. So set it aside until you're ready. And then with time and healing and practice setting boundaries with other people in your life, you can then revisit the idea of forgiving and pray for the desire to forgive. Please first understand the first concepts I talked about in the first of this video about forgiveness, not meaning that you need to be friends with this person and not meaning that what they did was okay or not a big deal, because those concepts not being understood is what can put you in further danger. And that is never in a million years what I am trying to tell you to do, and it is never what God would ask you to do. Again, forgiving doesn't mean that it was okay. It doesn't mean it was not a big deal. It doesn't mean it didn't hurt or that your pain is invalid. It is not erasing the past. It is not forgive and forget. It is not forgive and let the person keep abusing you. It is not any of those things. That is not what forgiveness is. 0%. That is not what it is. Okay? Please understand that. Please do not stay with an abusive person because you think you're being forgiving or Christ-like. No. I talked last week about how Christ set boundaries. That is being Christ-like. Letting someone walk all over you like a doormat, not Christ-like, not loving. Love yourself. Try to love yourself. Again, go back to last week's video. That's the first step, I believe, to loving yourself. And as you work to forgive your abuser, if there is any part of you that feels like you need to forgive yourself, that's even more important. You deserve a beautiful, happy, awesome life, because that's who you are. And you were born to do more with your life than to just feel broken and feel like it's too late. You wasted your chance. I promise you that's not true. I promise you it is not too late to be the person that you wanted to be. You can have anything you want. And you deserve every good thing in this world. Believe that and hold on to that hope and that belief. You deserve it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions about forgiveness, or if I didn't explain something quite right, please leave a comment below or message me and we can talk about it some more. Again, this is a topic that I feel very passionate about because I think it is so often addressed poorly. So I really hope I did the subject justice and I didn't missay my words or forget to say something that I meant to. I'm sure this is a topic that will be brought up several more times, so hopefully if there are mistakes that I have said this time, that those can be corrected later. Please, if something I said offended you, reach out and talk to me. I would love to hear what you have to say and we can start a conversation. If this video was helpful for you, subscribe and like and comment and share. Thank you guys so much for your support. It means the world to me. And I will see you all next week. Bye.